And we are live, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kirill, your host today, and I'm happy to have you here because today we are going to talk about start voice conversation in Home Assistant, and this feature is brand new. It is very hot. It is released yesterday with the Home Assistant 2025.4, and it is a feature that is changing the game. It is a game changer because it turns everything around, in my honest opinion, in my humble opinion. And today I'm going to show this feature to you. I'm going to demo how you can use it, how you can set it up, and everything about it, because I prepare a lot of things and I hope you will like it, because this feature is amazing and Home Assistant is amazing. The community is amazing. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you that you are here, and I'm grateful to have you. This is what I've prepared for you guys. Let me share my screen. This is my demo Home Assistant environment where we're going to test the start voice conversation feature, and this is the plan for today. I prepared these steps because I don't want to miss a thing, and this is what we are going to cover in from bird's eye view. Again, we are going to talk about what is start conversation feature in Home Assistant, what it is, how to enable it, how to use it, how to test it in developer tools, how to use it in automations and scripts, how to fine-tune it so it fits better to your needs. Everything that I know so far about this feature. It is brand new. It is available from yesterday, and you can test it right now. Of course, you need a voice assistant, voice satellite to use this, but more on that later. Before I start describing everything in details, let me know in the chat, where are you from? What's your name? What's your city? What's the time right now at your place? Let me know that things, because I'm super interested to see that info. And every time I'm doing a live stream, we gather people all around the world, and these people are amazing. You're amazing, and I want to see you guys. Where are you from? Please type in the chat. Where are you from? I'm Kirill. I'm from Bulgaria. I live in Sofia, near Sofia. Sofia is the capital of Bulgaria. Bulgaria is in Europe. And right now is 7:30 p.m. 7:35, almost 7:35. Please type in the chat. Chris is saying hi, Romania. Hi, neighbor. Romania is the northern neighbor of Bulgaria. It is above Bulgaria on the map, on the Europe map. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you here. Ivo said Netherlands. Hello to Netherlands. Nice to see you, Ivo. Simon said New Zealand, 5:30 a.m. here. Great, Simon. Are you in the 5 a.m. club or something like that? There is a book named like that. I listened to it several years ago, and it is a nice book. Okay, thank you for that. I hope you're seeing me well and you hear me well. We are about to start right now because I have a lot to cover. First, what is start conversation or start voice conversation feature? As I said, this is brand new feature, and it lets you make automations that will play voice prompts and listen to responses instead of using wake words. So it turns everything around. Until now, you have to say a wake word to your voice satellite or voice assistant, and then you have to issue a voice command. You can do that right now as well. There is no changes in that part, but start conversation is changing the things like that. For example, when there is something in your home, when something happened in your home, the voice assistant, the voice satellite will say predefined prompt, voice prompt by you, and will wait for your answer. If you say yes, it will execute a command. If you say no, it will not execute anything. For example, as you saw on the thumbnail of this live stream, should I close your garage door? This is a typical scenario. Should I close your garage door? This can be heard from your voice assistant. And if you say yes, the voice assistant will tell the Home Assistant to close your garage. And the examples are endless. You can use this feature for a lot of things. For example, when you arrive home, the Home Assistant can detect your arrival and can ask you, do you want me to tell you the news, to summarize you the news? And if you say yes, you hear the news from your smart speaker. What else? Anything is possible. For example, do you want me to turn off your lights? You forgot your lights. Do you want me to turn off? This is a possible prompt, voice prompt that you can configure very easily in Home Assistant right now. And when you hear that prompt from your voice assistant, you can say yes, and Home Assistant will turn off your lights. Simple as that. It is the other way around. As I told you, no more waking words. Of course, you can use waking words again. Nothing changed there. But this is the other way around. Home Assistant will ask you things and you can respond positively or negatively or whatever you wish. Of course, there are some prerequisites for that. You need voice assistant satellite like Home Assistant Preview Edition or M5 Atom Echo or ESP32S3 Box 3, but more on that later, because at the moment only Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition is supported. M5 Atom Echo and ESP32S3 Box 3 devices are not. Let me show you. Let me quickly show you that. Where is my screen? That one. So this is Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition. This is the voice assistant device coming from Home Assistant directly, and this device is currently working with this Start Conversation feature. This is supported here, and if you have such a device, you can use it right away. Next device is this one. It is called ESP32S3 Box 3, and again can be used as a voice satellite, voice assistant, but right now the ESP Home version of this device is not updated, and it is not Start Conversation feature is not supported here yet. I believe because it is promised this to be updated soon. I don't know when. The other option is this little guy right here that I'm using to hold my downlight few centimeters above my desk. This thing can be used as well, but not right now. The firmware, the ESP Home firmware should be updated, because right now Start Conversation feature is not supported on this one. So at the moment, again, this Start Conversation voice feature is supported only on Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition, that device right here. Let me put back the M5 Atom Echo. It holds my downlight well. And this is one of the prerequisites to have this Start Conversation feature. The other prerequisite is to have the latest Home Assistant, 2025.4 or newer. But before I continue forward to the other prerequisites, because there are one more important prerequisites, I want to invite you to join my newsletters, because my newsletter is amazing, guys. I'm sending to my subscribers exclusive videos and exclusive things And you can register right now by going to pyansky.com/newsletter. I'll paste that in the chat. I'll also change the camera so you can see the URL on your screen, pyansky.com/newsletter. You can scan this QR code that you're seeing right now with your camera's phone, and you open the same page that you're seeing right now on your screens. And you just have to type your name and email address here, and to click subscribe. You receive a confirmation mail from me where you can confirm that you are not a robot and you are a real human. And after your confirmation, you're subscribed to my newsletter, and you receive as a bonus my smart home glossary, one 15-page long PDF with useful acronyms, smart home acronyms, and their explanation. So on top, if you do that, you understand what is my big secret that I'm preparing for next week. Only my male subscribers will know about that for now, and probably forever. So join now if you wish to stay in touch. And with that being said, I can take these things and I can continue forward with today's topic, which is start voice conversation in Home Assistant. So again, the prerequisites: voice satellite, currently only Home Assistant voice preview edition, Home Assistant, the latest Home Assistant 2024 5.4 or newer. If you have voice satellite, the Home Assistant preview edition, voice preview edition, what happened? This is what I wanted to show. You have to update it. You see an update notification in Home Assistant, and you have to update it to this firmware 25.3.4 or newer. If you update to this firmware or newer, you enable the start conversation feature. As you can see here, this is a snippet from the release notes. Allow starting conversation from Home Assistant. This is what this firmware is enabled. If you don't do that, if you stay on the older version, you will not see your device as a eventual target for the start conversation feature. So if you have this device, you have to update Home Assistant to the latest one. You have to update the firmware of your device to the latest one, and then you can use the start conversation feature. I'm talking a lot about this feature, and I can't wait to show it to you guys in real demos because it is amazing. I'm really amazed about this feature. I like it a lot, and I'm going to use it a lot because it is super useful. You'll see that in a few minutes. Let me quickly check the chat before I continue because Ivo said newsletter already did. Thank you, Ivo. Thank you very much. So voice satellite should be updated. ESP32S3 box devices that I show you are not supported at the moment. This is their version, and they should be updated by the developers before this feature start conversation to be enabled. And the next big thing from the prerequisites list is local or large language model or LLM. You need an OpenAI ChatGPT integration or Google AI integration or Ollama integration. And I have actually 3 recorded videos about this and videos and articles about how to enable ChatGPT in your Home Assistant, how to enable Google AI, and how to enable Ollama in your Home Assistant. I already have detailed instructions. They're on my website, on my YouTube channel. These are the URLs. Let me quickly share them with you. I'll open it first. This is the tutorial for the Google AI, how to enable it. Everything is described here in this article. This is my video. If you are a visual person, you can follow this video where I'm explaining everything. Google AI can be free of charge for you, depending of where you're located. For European Union, there is no trial version, unfortunately. If you're living in European Union, you have to fund your account with, I don't know, $5 or something like that before you use it. If you're, I don't know, in Asia or I don't know where, you have to check the description of Google. You can enable free trial and you can use this entirely for free, which is perfect. I'll share this link for the Google AI. Google AI is working great with Start Conversation. You see that. Stay around and you see that. I'm just warming you up for the main dessert. Next option is ChatGPT, OpenAI's ChatGPT. Again, I have detailed article, how to enable ChatGPT in your Home Assistant. And of course, video. Where is my video? This is it. You can watch the video and you can follow the steps that I'm showing in this video, or you can follow the steps of my article and you enable ChatGPT as conversation agent in your Home Assistant. I'll paste this link in the chat as well. If you want to open it. And the final option to use Start Conversation feature in Home Assistant is local and free. It is called Ollama. And again, I have a detailed article, step-by-step guide and video. I'll also paste this link in the chat. I'm pasting more things than you guys. Please be active in the chat. That will help. For sure. So you have to have a voice satellite, Home Assistant, voice preview edition. For the moment is the only possible device. You have to update Home Assistant to the latest version and you have to update your firmware of the Home Assistant voice preview edition to the latest version. And you have to enable large local model conversation agent, either OpenAI ChatGPT, either Google AI or Ollama. And once you do that, you have everything you need to start using conversation. Unfortunately, local only, without AI, without large local model, using only local usage of Start Conversation feature without AI help is not possible at the moment. I believe it will become such option in the future, but for now, you need ChatGPT, Google AI, or Ollama, so you can test and use this start feature. Here, I type in brackets. Do you want me to show to say a few more words about how I set up Google AI, ChatGPT, and Ollama? And I can start a poll about that, but I will not do that because we have a lot of things to cover. I want to go straight to the meat, cut to the chase, because I want to show you what this Start Conversation feature is. I'll just say a few words about my setup. I'll close everything else because I don't want to be distracted. I'll open another tab. I prepared this demo view for you. I'll open the Manage Assistant view. And here I have a lot of assistants or pipelines prepared. For example, this one, where it is? This one is using ChatGPT as conversation agent. This one is using Google Generative AI as conversation agent. This one is using Ollama 3.2 from Ollama as conversation agent. This is entirely locally run. I'm running... let me change the screen to this one because it is better visible. I'm running Ollama client on my laptop right now, and I connected Home Assistant to this to my laptop, and I downloaded all the models on my laptop. And these models are Llama 3.2, Gamma 3, Llama 3.1, DeepSeek, and what else? And that's it. And I did some tests with all these large local modems, all these LLMs, and they are working. Some of them better, some of them not. You see that? So I'm going to use these conversation agents for my tests. And right now, as you can see, the preferred conversation, the preferred assistant or pipeline is this one, Llama 3.2. Let me switch that to ChatGPT. I'll make it preferred. I'll click on this 3 dots menu and set as preferred. Now, if I invoke a wake word, if I invoke my voice satellite by a wake word, or if I start a conversation, or if I type something here, actually like that, if I type something here, this pipeline should be invoked, and also ChatGPT should be invoked, and that is how I can use AI in my Home Assistant. I will not go into the details of this part because I covered it in my pre-recorded videos. I covered it in my previous live streams. So I hope you already know for what I'm talking about. And that's why I'm skipping it for now. If you want more info about how to set up these things, check my articles and videos that I shared with you. And you have the same setup, simple as that. So now I'm going to use ChatGPT and I'm going to start a conversation. The easiest way to start a conversation to test that feature is by going to the developer tools and then on the actions section. And here I'll search for conversation. And here it is. This is the new feature, assist satellite, start conversation. Here I should choose a target. Here it is, my Home Assistant voice PE device, this device. I have to choose it as a target. The message is the message that I want this device to play when something happens. This same dialog can be used in automations and scripts. But right now, when I click on perform action, these things will be executed. So, for example, I can type to here anything I wish. But for example, I'll start some test with this smart bulb that you're seeing right here on the little picture-in-picture screen. So I'm going to use this for the tests. Again, I can use any device or entity in this feature. I can use this roller shade. I can use my garage. I can use my oven. I can use anything. My lights, of course, anything. So this message will be played by Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition by me. Should I turn off? I made a mistake here. Turn off Studio Light, for example, question mark, and media ID. Instead of this text, you can pre-record some message, and you can use this ID of this message or sound. You can pre-record anything here, and you can use that as well, but we are not going to use that right now. Extra system prompt is the next thing that is super important here for our test. And here I just have to type some context to the AI, to the large local model. So it will know for what I'm talking about, and I'll type what will type user. Can I zoom this so you can see this better? Yes. Should I turn? I shouldn't be so specific, but I prefer to be specific in this case so you can understand it better. The user was asked, should I turn off the smart bulb? That is the name of my device in the studio. Studio. Turn it off if answered positively. So this is the prompt that ChatGPT in this case will receive, and depending of my answer, it will turn off. I want to zoom out. It will turn off my studio light or not. You can skip that. The next pre-announce options and pre-announce media ID. I'll skip these things for now because I'll cover them later in the stream. And I'll just hit perform action. Now I should hear this text from my voice PE device right here. No, I'll leave it here. I hope you hear it. Strange, nothing happened. Why? And guys, we have a problem. I don't know what it is. I truly don't know. This is the risk of the live stream. I tested this several hours ago and everything was working perfect. And of course, at the middle of my live stream, everything will go broke. But we are going to fix that. Something is wrong. But what it is? Let me check the actually voice. No, not this one. Let me check what's happening here. Come on. This is what I wanted. Responding. The assist is in the responding state. I don't know why. And it is not saying anything. I'll open another tab of my Home Assistant and I'll double check my pipeline. Strange. ChatGPT, American English, everything seems good here. Assist, everything seems good, but my device is still in responding. I will reset it, guys. I don't know what's the problem, but I'll unplug it and plug it again. This is not normal. I want this assist satellite to be in idle mode. And once I trigger this action, this feature, it should become in progress, then responding, and I should hear a chime and then my text, but now it's not the case for some reason. I don't know why. Now the assist satellite is in idle state. Let me try again. Is it started? Yes, it is. So let's try that again. No, again, it is not working. Strange. I'll change the pipeline and I'll select another one. I don't know what can be the reason. Again, this device is in responding and nothing is heard. What's happening? Come on. I'll restart it again and I'll change the default pipeline to something else. I'll use Google AI. I'll set it as preferred. Assistant is as configuration preferred is the pipeline as well here. Okay, it is in idle state. Now I set the default pipeline to be Google AI. Everything seems fine here. Let's test this.
Should I turn off studio light?
Yes. It's thinking. Come on. Yes, it worked, but it took a lot of time. Let me debug that. So now my smart bulb is turned off. I didn't hear a response for some reason. Something is not quite right. Let me debug this to see what's happening. This is the run from right now. This is my answer, yes. And this should be the answer from the voice satellite after everything is done. This is how fast the natural language processing was processed, almost 6 seconds, but it feels like more than 6 seconds. So let's test it again. The good thing is that this is now working slowly, but it is working. I don't know what happened with ChatGPT first two attempts, but right now it seems everything seems fine. Let's try that one more time. Actually, I've used the same Google AI LLM right now. Let's perform this action again.
Should I turn off studio light?
Sure. Again, it is very slow. Why? It was quite faster. Now it is turned off. And I didn't receive a voice answer. During my tests earlier today, I received a voice answer like this: okay, turn off, okay, turning off the smart bulb, something like that. Sure, again it is. It catch my conversation with you guys. As you can see, the processing time is quite fast, but actual time is not that fast. I don't know what's happening with that part. Let's check another pipeline. I'll go back here, and guys, I wanted to show that during my tests I test all of the possible, not all, but most of the most popular LLMs, and these are the results. Llama 3.1 took 23 seconds to respond. Llama 3.2 took 12 seconds, and the second attempt it took 10 seconds. DeepSeek took almost 12 seconds and then 10 seconds. ChatGPT answered for almost 6 seconds, and Google AI answered for almost 4 seconds. These are the results from my tests earlier today. And now, as you saw, the response time on paper is amazingly fast. 1.6 seconds, under 2 seconds in total, but the reality is different. I don't know why is that. I don't know why I didn't receive any answers. But let's try with another pipeline. This time I'm going to use entirely local setup, and I'm going to try this Llama 3.2. I'll set it as preferred. Now I'm going to use my Olama. This request will be even slower, but it will be free of charge, entirely free of charge for me. And Llama 3.2 model is very smart. I like it. So let's test this one more time. Same scenario. Should I turn off the studio light? I'll turn them on. And if I answer positively, the Olama and Llama 3.2 LLM should understand that and should disable my smart bulb. Let's test this.
Should I turn off studio light?
Sure, why not? It understands me correctly. This is my answer. Sure, why not? And now the natural language processing.
The smart bulb in the studio area has been turned off.
And now I have an answer, which is great. And the studio, the smart bulb is actually turned off. Everything is great. And the total time that it took me is almost 15 seconds. Hi there, Steel B. Hello. I hope you enjoy the show. Hi there. Why I cannot see the updates in the chat? I don't know. Never mind. I'll change the screen for a bit. Here are the overlays that I wanted to show. And as you saw, guys, actually, as you saw, come on, where is my screen? As you saw, guys, the local processing using Olama is working very good. The only problem is it is kind of slow, but that depends entirely of my setup, of my laptop. If my laptop was faster, this process will be this processing time will be also faster. The good thing is that everything was executed exactly as I intended, and everything was I received an answer. Everything was fine, and we can test one more or many more. We can go back to the ChatGPT and Google AI again, or we can test the DeepSeek. Let's test the DeepSeek. And meanwhile, type in the chat, do you want me to test again Google AI and ChatGPT? And I can test it again to see what will happen. We will get another result, because our first attempt with the paid AI were not so successful. At least Google AI executed my commands, but it didn't respond. OpenAI failed completely for unknown to me reason. It was working earlier today, as I told you. I test this. Hey, access. Hello there. So let's test DeepSeek large language model. To test it, I just have to change my pipeline. And this is it. Where is DeepSeek? This is the model that I tested, and it is working good. I test other DeepSeek models, but this one worked best in my setup. Adding a new model in your Home Assistant from Olama is super easy. You just have to go to your configuration. Let me quickly show you. Devices, Olama, where it is. This is my models that I added at a service. Then you have to type the IP of the device where Olama client is running and where your local large language models are downloaded. You have to type the IP of this device where these things are done, where your Llama is running and where your LLMs are. You have to click next, and from this drop down you have to select a model. If you select one that is not downloaded, it will be downloaded automatically for you. If you download the model offline via terminal or whatever, it will be automatically displayed as downloaded here for you. And after you click submit, you have this new conversation agent. Simple as that. Very, very simple. Everything is described in my video and article, so you can check this if you want more info. So right now I'll select this DeepSeek LLM as my preferred pipeline or assistant, and I'll test the same setup. Afterwards, we're going to talk about these pre-announced options here, and we're going to embed this same functionality in real world automation. So stay around, don't go away. This is going to be very interesting, and I'll show you how you can use this feature in your automations and scripts, and that's the ultimate goal. So I'll switch the screen again so you can see the light here, the down light. Now it is turned on in blue, and I'll execute the same start conversation action. Let's see.
Should I turn off studio light?
Yes. This is the debug. I don't want to talk. It catch my last sentence. This is not the book. I said this is the debug, but it understands something other.
The smart bulb in the studio has been turned off.
And it is indeed, it is turned off, so that's good. It took DeepSeek almost 15 seconds to process this. Actually, it took my laptop 15 seconds to process this. If I had a faster laptop, probably the results will be different. I don't know. If I have a desktop with a powerful GPU or something like that, this could happen right away. But it doesn't matter. The proof that this is working is enough for me. So DeepSeek is working. It turned off my light, and this start conversation feature is working. Do you want me to try again the ChatGPT and Google AI? No, Google AI I will not try it because it worked. But do you want me to try ChatGPT again? Please type in the chat. Do you want me to try ChatGPT one more time before we go to the next section, which is Home Assistant, how to make Home Assistant automation. XS says use lower LLMs for faster response. DeepSeek is reasoning one. Yes. Actually, Llama 3.2 is a smaller model. Also, this DeepSeek version is also not a big one. But this is what my laptop is capable of. I know I'm not using super large models, hundreds of gigabytes. I'm using the smallest one. You can double check these versions as well, and you'll see that. From my tests, Llama 3.2 and DeepSeek version 3 are working best. Gamma 3 failed 5 times during my test. This is AI model coming from Google, I think, but it failed completely in the Home Assistant integration. I tested all other DeepSeek versions, and some of them worked, but responded strangely. Some of them didn't work at all. This one, DeepSeek V3, is working good. Also, during my test, ChatGPT was slower than Google AI. Google AI worked perfectly. It answered super fast. Now it answered during my live stream test. It answered very slowly, and I didn't receive any response, which is a shame. But I believe something happened right now because of the live stream or something like that. I don't know. Ivo said I use ChatGPT, but I'll switch to Google. Yes, that is a smart move. I think also Google can be either free or cheaper than ChatGPT, depending of where you're living. If I remember correctly, you said Netherlands. I think you not get free trial in Netherlands, but try it out. You may have some luck. Okay, I'll skip the ChatGPT demo again and I'll move to the next section. I'll take all of these things because somehow we covered them. If you need more info about them and if you have time, I can come back to them. Actually, I can zoom this a bit so you can see it better. I hope that's better. And actually, do you want me to show you the Home Assistant automation? I'll start with one poll. I prepared 3 polls for you guys, and I didn't start a poll yet at all. So this will be the first poll. Do you want me to show you? I'll start one poll right now. Do you want me to show you how Home Assistant automation can be created with start conversation? Very long question, but you get it. Start conversation. Question mark. And you can answer with yes or no. Come on, I want to send that. Start poll. Okay, you can now vote in the chat. Do you want to see how I can make live in front of you home automation light demo or cover demo? I can use something else. For example, this roller shade. I can make the demo with this roller shade. I can do the demo with any entity or device that I'm having. If you saw the live stream from Home Assistant guys yesterday, one of the developers, I think the name was JWO, sorry if I did a mistake here, I'm very bad with names. He did the following automation, which was amazing. He turned off his oven, and immediately after he turned it off, a voice prompt from voice PE device asked him, do you want me to start a timer? I sense that you start your oven. Do you want me to start a timer? And he said yes, and the timer was set. That is one of the use cases of this start conversation. I can't wait to make a kind of summary for my house. When I arrive home, I want this device to ask me, do you want to hear a summary of your devices, of your energy consumption, of the news, the major news of today, anything? And if I say yes, I'll hear this from my voice assistant. What happened with the poll? 100% of you voted with yes, so you want me to show you this how to create automation with start conversation feature. Okay, let's do that. I'll press the C button on my keyboard and I'll type automations. Then I'll select the navigate automations and I'll create a new one. As a trigger, I will use an entity. This entity, I'll get the entity state. The entity will be smart bulb. Again, the same bulb because it is easily seeable. I can show it on my other camera. And when this become on, when the state of the smart bulb become on for, I don't know, 5 seconds. Come on, 5 seconds. 5 seconds, okay. Then execute this action. Start conversation. This is it, assist satellite, start conversation, and you're seeing the same form, the same fields that I used in these developer tools, exactly the same things. I should choose an entity here, and the entity, the target entity is my Home Assistant Voice PE device. The message, because I'm lazy, I'll copy the same message. Should I turn off studio? So when this smart bulb stays on for 5 seconds, I should hear this prompt automatically. And the extra system prompt, I'll copy and paste it again because I'm lazy. I hope you're lazy too. I always use conversation ID, set access. Okay. And I think I'm ready with my automation. So again, if the smart bulb becomes on for 5 seconds, then execute this action, start conversation, use Home Assistant Voice PE as a target, say this message after the chime, and if I answer positively, turn it off. Turn this device off. And again, instead of this device can be anything else. Imagine the possibilities. The possibilities are endless. This start conversation feature is a game changer, real game changer, in my honest opinion. I'll save this automation. I'll not name it. I hope I don't have such name already, but I'll hit save. And this is my automation. Let's test this. Do I have... yes, currently the device is off. The smart bulb is off. I'll change the screen. Come on, to this one. So you're seeing that this smart bulb is currently off. I'll turn it on. Like that. It is glowing in blue. And after 5 seconds...
Should I turn off studio light?
Yes. Still thinking. I don't want to talk because I can mess with the ChatGPT. 30 seconds later, still thinking.
The studio light has been turned off.
Okay, after 30 seconds, it turned off my studio light. But again, this is because of my laptop performance, because I'm running Kolama locally on my laptop, and my laptop is processing this request. If I open the book, I can see that the answer is 30 seconds, almost 14. Never mind. The idea is successfully confirmed. Actually, this start conversation feature is working great. The only problem for now is that it is kind of slow, but I believe this will be improved in the future. As you saw, after 5 seconds after I turned on this device, I heard the chime and then the voice prompt, and I answered. And after 30 seconds after my answer, the device was turned off, which is not very useful at the moment because it is kind of slow, but for simple scenarios that you don't care so much, it is pretty useful. I can test it again if I wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the chime.
Should I turn off studio light?
No, thank you. I hope you notice that I can answer with simple yes or no, or I can answer with whole sentences. For example, sure, or I don't mind, or whatever. I can answer in like... I don't know what happened. Sorry, I couldn't find an email device. So it understand me, no thank you, but it tried to find some studio light or something like that. I don't know. What I wanted to share, to tell you, is that I don't know, did you notice that I can answer not only with yes or no, I can answer with normal speech. I can say, sure, please do, or anything, and the AI, the large local model, will understand me and will execute my command, which is great. And that is how you can use start conversation in your Home Assistant environment. Now, do you want me to show the pre-announce feature? Again, another poll. I'll end the previous one. I want to interact with you guys. That's why I'm making so many polls. Actually, this is the second poll, so not so many. These are not so many. I want to add the first poll, but now I managed to do that. And I'll start another poll immediately. Want to know more about pre-announce feature. What is pre-announce? I'll share that in a few seconds. Pre-announce feature. The start conversation feature is having a pre-announce option that can be enabled or disabled. Let me show you. And this thing. And if I disable it, I'll hear this voice prompt right now. Should I turn off Studio Light without any sound before? Because right now I'm hearing first a chime and then the prompt. This chime announce me that I'll hear something. That's the difference. If I disable this, I'll hear directly the text. If I enable this, which is enabled by default, I'll hear first quick chime, quick ring, and this ring can be changed to whatever ring you wish, or chime, or I don't know. I'm checking the chat right now. Vlato is saying I updated, but I don't know what are you talking about, Vlato. I'll just continue with the pre-announce, and I'll check the poll results in a few seconds. So pre-announce is the following. You can enable or disable the chime before the voice prompt, and you can customize it. And I'm asking you right now in the chat, do you want me to show more about this pre-announce feature? Please vote right now in the chat, and I'll execute based on your votes. Okay. You vote for yes, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you how to use this feature. Let's quickly test it. I'll disable this, and I'll perform the same action, and you can hear the difference immediately.
Should I turn off studio light?
No chimes, no nothing, no sound, direct text. And this can be scary if you're doing something and you're focused, and out of nowhere you heard a voice prompt asking you something. You may miss the first words of this question, or you can jump because you're scared from this strange talking. But if you hear first a chime, first some ring or something like that, that is noticing that something is happening, everything is fine, and you can enable or disable this chime right now. This is the chime that I talked about. No. And I want to show you how you can change this ringing before the text. It is very easy, but not so intuitive. Someone should show you how first, because if you have to do it by yourself and you have no experience in that part, you may have hard times. So I'm here to help you, and I'm going to show you that. The first thing that you have to do is to upload your new sound effect that you want to hear every time before your voice messages, your text messages, your text-to-speech messages. And you have to upload this in your media folder, in your local media, my media, here. And to upload a file here, you have to click on Manage. Let me change the screen because I want you to see me. You have to click on Manage, Add Media, and you can upload media here. Waves, MP3s, whatever. You have to click on Upload, and now I have two MP3 files that I can use as sound effects before my speech, text-to-speech announcements. And once I have them uploaded on my Home Assistant, of course I can use a Samba share, a shared folder somewhere, and I can add this shared folder in my Home Assistant, and I can use the files there the same way, almost the same way, but I have to change the path a bit. And I lost my developer tools, but I'll open it where? I'll open it in another tab. Developer tools, actions, and here I have to type the path to the path and the name to this file. For example, chim.mp3. And if I want to use that file, which is sounding like this, come on. This is the new sound. I hope you heard it. Now it's even quieter. Never mind, you'll hear it in a few seconds. If I want to use this chime.mp3, I just have to type the full path here in the pre-announced media ID. And the full path is this one, media/local, and then the file name. This is how you can refer to the files in this My Media folder. So I'll just copy this because I don't want to type it. I may do a mistake here. I'll delete everything because it copy also this thing in front. So I changed the pre-announced media ID, and the full path is media/local, and then the name of your new sound effect. And if I execute the same action once again, you're hearing the new sound, which is good. If you don't like the default sound, you can change it using this. Yes, turn it off. I don't want light in my studio light. I don't want light in my studio. I said a lot of text and I did a mistake. I don't know what will happen. Yes, I want to write in my studio. I don't want light in my studio. Bye. This is what it understands. I don't know what will
The
do,
smart bulb in your studio has been turned off.
it understands me and it turns off my smart bulb in my studio. So it is working. Guys, everything is working except the ChatGPT. Also, the Google AI was working slow. I showed you how to enable and disable the pre-announce. I showed you how you can change the pre-announcement sound. And I think we are ready. 1 hour passed, and that is exactly the time that I want to fit in. If you want to stay in touch with me, please register for my newsletter. Again, this is the, come on, where it is. This is the URL, pejansky.com/newsletter. You can see it on your screen, and you can scan the QR code with your camera's phone, and you open the same page. You have to type your first name and email, and you will receive a confirmation email from me. You have to confirm your subscription, and you will be subscribed to my weekly newsletter. Next week, I'm going to announce something big, very important, very useful. It is about Home Assistant and smart sensors. I worked for months on this project, and I'm going to share it only to my mail subscribers. So if you want to see what it is, you have to register and you receive this mail and this information. If you don't like this service, my newsletter, you can unsubscribe at any time with just one click. At the very bottom of every email that I'm sending, you can find the unsubscribe button. Once clicked, you will not hear anything more from me. And that's it. I don't want to spam you. I just want to confirm that you are a real human. That's why the confirmation mail is, because I don't want robots in my mailing list. I want real humans like you. And that is the best way to stay in touch. If you want to not to lose connection with me, I don't want to lose connection with you, please join my newsletter. Try it out. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. Simple as that. I'm not forcing you to stay there. If you like it, stay. If you don't, see you around. Not a problem. I also thought to show you the Search the Web demo, which is also a new feature introduced in 2025.4 release. But we are not having such time. I want to finish this in around 1 hour and 10 minutes. So if you want more info about that, respond to this live stream in the chat, in the comments, via email, anyhow, anything is counted. Please respond, and if you like this topic or some other topic, I can make a pre-recorded video or live stream or something like that, or article. Thank you for being part of this journey. I'm super grateful to have you guys here, and I hope I managed to give you value with this live stream, and I hope I managed to explain what Start Conversation in Home Assistant is. What else? Again, join in my newsletter if you want to see what I'm cooking right now. It is going to be opened next week, and it is huge, really huge. I like it a lot. I put a lot of efforts. That is why I was not so on schedule. On my schedule, I released a new video every Wednesday not so long ago, but because of the effort that I'm putting in this new thing, I skipped some of my regular schedule time slots. But you see, if you register for my newsletter, you see what is all about. I put a lot of effort in it, and I'm super proud with the result. Again, join my newsletter. I hope I will see you in my newsletter soon, and I hope I will see you in my next live stream or in my next pre-recorded video. That was it for tonight. Thank you. I'm Kirill, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.